If you're doing VCE Biology this year and you're really wondering how to study the most efficiently for biology, there's one thing that you need to know. And this is something that can be extrapolated to almost all the VCE subjects, but especially for bio, a lot of students can get hung up on, okay, I need to read the textbook 100 times. I'll read this definition 1,000 times and I'll memorize it word for word. But that's actually not the best way to study VCE bio. And in fact, it often just wastes your time because you're not actually learning anything from doing all of that. When it comes to VC Bio, you have to think about it a lot more like if you're doing a maths or another science subject like chemistry or physics, where there is a correct answer, but it's a little bit more on the English side where it is a bit subjective about whether your answer is correct or not. But when it comes to bio, studying it, you need to do practice questions. For all subjects, you need to do practice questions because practice questions are where you actually intake the content and think critically about it. And when it comes to memorizing something, it is 100 times better to do a practice question and think critically about it and correct yourself, see your mistakes, than to try to read the textbook 100 times and understand the definitions. Because no matter how many times you read something, your brain really isn't actively thinking about it. And if you just skim through something, you don't really understand it, your brain doesn't really get that you don't understand it from reading the content. Because the content, the answer is right there, right? So how could you not get it? But only later when you do a question and you're like, wait, I don't actually know how to explain this. Like, I thought I read it, but I don't know how to do it. That's when your brain needs to learn. That's when you figure out, okay, this is what I need to change in my head. So then on the exam, I can answer the question very clearly. If you want to skip all this hassle and just get us to teach you VC Bio the best way and ensure that you actually remember everything, book a free trial with one of my tutors, hztutoring.com.